10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team banned. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team banned. Radiant team banned. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
All right, folks, sorry for the delay. It looked like Fnatic needed some time before we got into our last game of this series. It is Boom ID versus Fnatic, game number 3 here. This is the first round in the upper bracket. The matchup, of course, between these two teams. Winner of this will move on to play up against PNC, and that'll be next, actually. We won't have any more delays. We'll get right into that next series as soon as this particular game is done. And what we thought, or at least what I thought, was going to be potentially a quick 2-0 after that second game draft, turned into be a rather close series. Boom ID evened it up at 1 apiece through the help of Drivacell on his Phantom Lancer, and more importantly, the support play from Boom ID and just them playing really well in general, and Fnatic maybe not having the best draft in that regard. But we are in here to game number 3, and what do you think, Cameron? What are you thinking about this game and in this draft particular here as we move into this first pick?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Radiant team pick. Disruptor.
It looks like it. They've picked the Disruptor. And those two supports did a lot of work. Especially Jokum, especially the later stages of the game, the Earth Splitters, the Stomps were really good. I would not be surprised to see them pick another Elder Titan at all. I would not be surprised.
5 seconds remaining.
Yes.
Dire team pick.
This makes sense.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team banned. Abyssal Underlord.
This is a pick I like. This is kind of what I felt like was missing in the last game. I felt like the Nyx Assassin didn't have the impact. Not to say that it was necessarily a bad pick, but I think this is more of a... When you have the Naga Siren, I think this Underlord helps out a bit more. You can also get out of bad situations. I wouldn't be surprised to see Fnatic ban either the Elder Titan or the PL, or perhaps both, depending on what they feel like. But you're right. They need that 1v5 hero for Abed. You talked about it in the end of the last game. They need not a Mirana. That is how I feel at the very least. Boom ID will ban out the Terrorblade, which makes sense. Like you talked about, that's an heavy hero. He plays it a ton, so no more Terrorblade.
Radiant team banned.
Yep.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team banned. Radiant team pick.
Do you think the Thunderlord pick deters the PL like we saw in the last game? It's not even on there.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Gyrocopter.
So
You got 10 seconds.
that'll deter
What's
them,
that,
and they've even picked up the gyrocopter, so PL
5 seconds remaining.
not necessarily out of the picture. The gyrocopter was a very good pick for Dreamcell in the first game. I don't see why. I mean, in terms of that, he had a lot of farm. They needed more damage. Obviously, they needed a lot more to go right in that game besides just the gyrocopter. I think it's a hero. They have good team fight with it now with the Sand King and the Disruptor. Bane will come in for Fnatic, a hero that Fnatic used to pick a lot of. That was one of their higher pick rates before. Now they had some of these heroes to choose from. But now with Darkser, we talked about this in the last series actually, and we talked about how you specifically said this, that you don't think this hero is good. You think that some of the players don't think this hero is good, as you heard from in Galaxy battles. But they will pick it up for Boom ID at the very least.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team banned. Lycan.
Wow. That changes things. This is something we haven't really seen from either of these teams. They didn't have too much push between the two of them. Lycan will help supply that. Also, just a good hero in general right now. Lycan seems to be pretty strong still.
10 seconds remaining.
They changed it. They changed something about him. I forget what though.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team banned.
Yeah, this is something you talked about on the end of the last game. Just leave the hero to the last pick. Give him something that can seriously take over the game, like an OD in that first game, for example. They will take out the PL, which I think is probably a fine choice, just considering that you could get screwed over by it again. You don't have the best ways of dealing with it, even though you do have an Underlord. The Snake Lady, Medusa, comes out. That is pretty interesting.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. So definitely not the mean, it's not the Miranda we saw in the last game, that's for sure. Now the question is, what do you pick here to deal with this if you're going to pick a mid laner, which I would assume they are. Okay. Interesting. It looks like it. Yep. We're gonna test how good this Darkseer hero actually is in terms of it being picked, having it maybe a tough time in lane. So we'll see. I'm excited to see what it can do, but I have a feeling this is going to be a rough game, like you mentioned. And not only that, this is probably going to be a long game against the Medusa. I'm pretty sure you're at a deficit, so
yeah,
something to consider.
I think it's one of these situations where, like, in the previous game, the big problem that Fnatic had is that they'd put themselves on a clock in terms of the draft, where even if it was even and it was going late, the scaling on the Tinker and the PL was just outdoing what the Mirana and the Lifestealer and the Nyx Assassin were really capable of. So this game, they picked the Medusa and they're just like, well, look, we have the inevitability this time. There's no pressure on us to make plays, because they were making plays like crazy in that previous game, right? They're like, we have to go, go, go. We're going to blink into these trees with our Nyx Assassin. We're going to be running around everywhere. You know, they even slept and tried to kill the Tinker on his own high ground. Like, they were just desperate to find that one opening, and I think this game they're like, screw it. We'll just pick something that we think goes better late. Yeah.
That's probably a better Fnatic to be in.
30 seconds to battle.
If they can't find something. They drop a ward down. That was a sneaky ward from DJ, if he wasn't spotted. His smoke does wear off.
I think he may have been spotted.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe?
They don't have a sentry on Kescute, though.
They don't have a sentry at all, actually.
Yeah.
They got boots for their Sand King, so...
They'll have to wait if they want to get the sentry down, if they know that it's there. They might. Kescute might walk back, but he has no money, so... That ward's going to be there at least for a little bit. It might even be there for the remainder of duration. But we'll see. We will have Abed running over, grabbing a bounty rune. So both teams getting 2 apiece. Abed will get 2. And that'll be a good start for him. He's even going to ferry out another set of tangos, it looks like. He actually just stole them. No, he actually bought them. So he'll bring out another set of tangos for Abed, keep himself safe. Yep. They're going to cut the wave. Yokum and St. Lucas are going to run down Envy for now. There's the Burrow Strike. Not going to be enough damage. Just going to try to harass. Brain Step comes out. Highlight Eye. Already, this is creep cutting. Like, they've destroyed this wave.
Yeah.
Pretty much instantly.
Screw stealing the wave. You just kill it. Straight up. But, like I said, I think the Fnatic tri-lane is reasonably well equipped to deal with this. Saint is actually trapped in the trees, but Pi has Brain Sap, so...
Yeah. So he gets out of there. The good news is Envy can last in under the tower on this hero.
Yeah, he got every single CS, so...
Which is not surprising for Lycan. Good animation, good damage. Not very difficult to deal with. Abed in the meantime is going to get run down by Kescute and Dreamcell, or rather FBZ, but not be able to get the kill. So they cut the wave a little bit. They're not going to do it again. Now that DJ's up here, it looks like. But yeah, Lycan should be fine in this top lane. Whether or not the supports are, I'm not sure. DJ's already going to get hit up with the Burrow Strike, but he's fine. Instead, Pilot Eye will rotate into the mid lane. Brain Step.
And we're picking up the Wolves, interestingly enough. We have been seeing this build a little bit more. People have been moving away from the Howl somewhat. And they don't really need the Howl to win their lanes, so I think this is fine. More harassment, but Envy gonna have that second point in the Frail Impulse soon, so still surviving pretty nicely.
Still, these levels get up on the Sand King and St. Lucas. It gets a bit harder, more cluster finale, more fine chill damage, then it becomes more difficult perhaps, but We'll see. They're going to cut the wave again. DJ's doing the best that he can with Riptide, but they're fine.
They're a little bit low on mana at this point, though. And don't have the Soul Ring just yet. No more Clarities, no Shrine for 3 minutes. So this is actually going to be some breathing room for Fnatic.
Meantime, Abed still gets run at by 2 heroes. They've kept Kezcute here for the entirety of the game so far. It looks like they're going to keep him here and just throw up Thunder Strikes. He is level 2 now. He's going to hold the skill point for the time being. Universe is going to steal away from himself, away from Dreamcell, who does have his Boundless Strike if he wants to use it. Obviously, not going to. That lane bottom is actually going really well for the... In the meantime, though, they're going to sleep up FBZ. Brainstep comes out. A little bit of damage, not enough to get the kill, though. Courier almost goes down to Kezcute, but it actually gets microed away just in time. Was looking pretty dangerous there, but it will get out for safety.
Yep. And... well, so this bottom lane is going about expected. They picked the Monkey King specifically to dominate the Underlord. It's a lane that the Underlord can't really contest at all. You can't sit there and farm the wave with the Monkey King there. So he does just have to keep stealing and finding farm that way. But, I mean, he's already got level 3. He's got his Soul Ring picked up. I feel like Universe's game is looking relatively secure. And Envy is still leads CS, even up against this Sand King Darkseer dual lane. He just doesn't seem to care.
Now, this pressure, it's being kind of applied to the tower, kind of being applied to the sports, but Envy has no response because he's level 2 for Impulse. He will get Burrow Struck. They have an Iron Shell up onto the Sand King, but I don't think it's really that big of a concern. They're kind of splitting the farm between Yokum and St. Lucas. St. Lucas is 10 last hits, 7 for Yokum. Trying to get some farm going both ways. Might dive this, but Envy's probably fine. Polarities are running a plenty. Now the TPS to come in. Envy actually might be in trouble here. They're going to try to bring Yokum down. Envy sticks up and stays alive. Nightmare being taken off of Yokum. And they will get first blood. And Envy, he might die for this, but still, the ensnare comes out at the perfect time to Sturge. The body blocks from Twilight Eye. And now he has to run. St. Lucas's power is hitting him as well. They have no brain tap mana, unfortunately, but DJ coming with a Riptide. He's also got an ensnare. He might fall. He gets the double kill with 29 HP, and Envy is safe and sound.
Oh, that was so nice. The TP in from Pi into the immediate sleep, saving Envy, then the net so he could get off the salve. Oh, that was so perfect from Fnatic. Every little move was just right, and yeah, boom, getting outplayed for sure. Universe
did die bottom, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I noticed that. So there is that going the way of Dreamcell at the very least. And he also has 26 last hits. This safe lane player is doing rather well for Boom ID in this series, let me tell you.
Yeah, and FBZ, despite the fact that he's getting pressured a little bit by the Bane, still doing alright. Envy, under the tower, gonna try for the TP out. It's gonna be okay.
Nice. Abed getting really low to the Rocket Barrage. He will stay alive. He can pop the Mana Shield. He's gonna tangle up a little bit, but it's gonna take a while for him to regen. In fact, he needs to ferry out a salve potentially. And Envy is back. He is low HP.
Yeah.
Did they end up dewarding that? No, it looks like the ward just fell, actually.
Envy's got a headdress on the courier, so he's just relying on Feral Impulse plus that headdress to keep him in the lane. Maybe his supports have a Tango or something somewhere. Nope. Pi just has a TP scroll. That's all he's got in the whole world at the moment.
Unfortunate. He has boots in ward now, so he's finally getting somewhere.
I think that the tower just may have given away the ward, kind of.
I think you're right, actually.
Oh.
Twilight Eye stayed a little too long, though. He'll Nightmare himself, try to take it away, but... good effort.
Yeah, just... okay, maybe didn't realize that there was a ward there, but... all he wanted was the bounty rune. He didn't even get it. And, you know, Boom, still ahead a little bit in terms of net worth, but...
Dreamcell has so much more net worth. I guess he got a kill, but man, he is crushing this net worth chart right now. He's having a great farm.
And he's got 10 extra CS and the kill. He's doing really well. Gonna be going for the Battle Fury build. Oh, nicely done by Universe, just getting that Firestorm off in time, but they're still gonna get the Glimpse back.
Yeah, Glimpse back comes in. Not level 6 yet, no Dark Rift, but he might be able to survive. They missed the Boundless Strike onto Universe. Instead, it's on the Pilot Eye. They've used the brain stuff already. Kescue trying to juke, but now the Firestorm plus the ensnare should be able to make it out. No, the Nightmare comes in. It's perfect time. And they will get it. It turns it to a little bit of a... Could have been a 1-for-nothing going the opposite way, but Dreamcell doesn't get the Boundless Strike off, and they rotate perfectly in time.
Oh, he's going to kill Pive, though.
Okay. He just walked up into his death. In the meantime, top lane, Envy's also getting kind of dope here, but he's doing a lot of damage to Yoken. He also has Shapeshift, so Envy's not really that concerned of dying. Meanwhile, Abed gets a kill in the mid lane. They will lose Medusa in the meantime, though. FBZ gets Abed, and they actually just trade their lives with it. Again, FBZ getting the experience is probably more important. Good stuff there.
Yeah, I think that was definitely good for him. And the Gyrocopter finding decent farm. I mean, just not doing anything too crazy in terms of item build. Envy about to go down up top.
Yeah.
That level 3 Iron Shell.
Yoakum, then the Disruptor came in and threw up a Thunder Strike, and that was when the fight was over for him. Yeah, gotten Burst Strike to start it off, so it's a 1K lead for this Boom ID team. They are looking pretty strong. Now a 2K lead, actually. And they're getting some decent farm, especially for Dreamcell.
Yeah, and Universe is dead under the tower. Dreamcell.
Yeah. Boundless Strike pretty good. DD on Pilot Eye. That is a lot of damage from Jingu Mastery, though, and just in general, Dreamcell hits pretty hard already. So he's getting closer and closer to his Battle Fury. He's about to put some pressure onto Abed. He's losing a lot of mana already. It's only level 1 mana shield. Look at this damage coming out. Abed.
Yeah, Boundless in 1. He is saving the stack.
That's just a dead Abed. A 580 crit for Dreamcell coming in with the Boundless Strike does some significant damage. That is a big kill. He is starting to ball out of control. This is what you were talking about in the draft. If they just start getting out of control with these kills, this could get them into a pretty good position. Yeah,
I mean, they're starting to find kills on every lane, so there you go. I think that is what they need, and it's certainly working out. I mean, they haven't taken any of the tier 1s just yet, but they've all taken a little bit of damage, and I don't see any reason that the kill should stop flowing anytime soon necessarily. Envy has been unfortunately unable to use his shapeshift just yet to really find a kill. I mean, I feel like that's a big part of Lycan's game plan, is being able to set up, you know, connect up with your supports and maybe find something somewhere, but they're just getting pressured on every lane.
Dreamcell is just getting some vision onto Fnatic at this point. Violet Eye and Universe. They also have a ward over there as well. Envy does pick up the HOD. Gonna Thunderclap with the Hellbear Smasher, just trying to get something done in terms of pushing its way back. There's 3 top. Shapeshift from Envy. There's a ward that'll spot him. They want to get Kescue, and he'll get glimpsed back. Keep him alive for now. They're trying to micro. Kescue's going to go for the TP. Looks like he should make it out. The Burrow Strike will definitely save him. Now Envy needs to be careful. His Shapeshift's not going to last for much longer. He's going to try to fight on the same for Lucas. His Wolves will die. He will be able to make it out. Doesn't get the kill. And now Shapeshift is down, so...
I mean, he fought them off at the very least. Unfortunate they ended up, I think they ended up getting the gold for the Hellbear there, so feeding away a little bit. Saint also has his own Dominator now at this point. They're going to try and surge Jokum across to maybe find this Envy kill, but looks like no dice. Oh, Purge Creep picked up actually.
They have Song, wants to use it, or is just going to die. Jokum comes to the epicenter. Very nice kill coming in. He's got a Sandstorm, and Envy can't find the return kill, unfortunately. St. Lucas is there to help him out. So just like that, they find another big pickoff. They're putting a lot of pressure on a lot of these towers. The tier 1 top is going to fall. Tier 1 in the mid lane is also getting pretty low, and Dreamcell is now starting to get a lot of room to work on the tier 1 bottom. This is starting to look really good. 10 minutes into the game, it's a 4K lead for Boom ID, and Dreamcell is still working on that battle.
Oh, they're going to Fiend's Grip. Pi going to come in. I think they should be able to get Dreamcell here. He's still fairly tanky. They think they need like a full Firestorm to connect. Pi gonna go for it.
Run in.
No, he tried.
Doesn't quite get there in time. Good tree dance from Dreamcell. He's able to jump in.
Just good positioning, honestly, knowing that the supports might be able to come in from...
Oh, he really wanted that tower. He didn't get it. Oh, he was one auto attack away. But he gets out of it at least.
And these two idiots with all of their HP regen just harassing each other up top. Darkseer with 15 and like into 22.
Violet Eye has a Quelling Blade. He is literally cutting down trees, trying to find freaking Monkey King.
They really wanted that Fiend Script gank.
They were really...
I think there was a moment where he could have potentially gotten it, but Yeah, the positioning from Dreamcell was just so good, and he's still finding great farm even with like 3 heroes down here just looking for him.
Constant boundless strike. They're gonna go top. Burrow strike up. They've got the shapeshift off. Now it's time to back away for Yokum and the rest of Boom ID. DJ trying to chase him down. They have Song available if they want to set something up, but I don't think they want to use it just for a Sand King. Envy will get vision of him in here in a moment. Now we'll spot him. Envy out of mana. Not that it really matters to begin with. DJ will dust. There's the ensnare. Yokum's getting caught. He can burrow, but probably... Yeah.
He's dead. He wanted to do some chopping.
So another turnaround kill for Fnatic at the very least. Starting to slow things down a little bit. Abed's getting a little more room to work with, trying to get that Mass Commanders, but they have a long way to get back into this game. Envy obviously still doing okay. He's tied with the Gyrocopter right now, but net worth advantage-wise, Boom ID sitting at a 4K lead. They have found a sleep that'll be on to the Darkseer. They can grip him, and they will. Ripset comes in, Envy running over. They have a Shockwave to use the Satyr Tormentor. Hadouken. Got him.
That's some value with the Arcane Rune as well for Pilot Eye. There you go. 1 minute till the next Fiend script. Definitely going to be important that he continues to find these pickoffs here and there just to keep delaying the game plan. Dreamcell's got his Battle Fury picked up, so he'll be able to just keep on farming. Makes life quite a bit more annoying, I think, for the Lycan against the ulti.
He had 500 GPM before he even got his Battle Fury at this point. Which is pretty good. I thought he had a lot of farm last game, but at this time he was not at his Battle Fury with the PL. He was getting kind of run at in the early stages of the game. He got there eventually, but now this game's even better for him. Bit of a different hero to be playing, obviously, but leap up onto Jokum on the Sand TV, and Snare will come out as well. Rain Sap. Up out of trouble. Shockwave comes through, just missing, actually. Dreamcell's got some pretty good vision here now to spot things out. He wants to go on some heroes. Envy's good to get run at by FBZ. Wukong's command gets canceled. Dreamcell's going to jump over. They have Song. They want to get the skill. They should have a Boundless Quick available. There's the vacuum back in. The Rocket Brush can't get it off in time. Meanwhile, Dreamcell's chasing after Abed. Free dance continues on. He has no Primal Spring for another 6 seconds. Boundless Quick is available. They're going to chase him down. Just try to. There's the strike coming out. Now out of mana. The club's back to the kinetic. So the Static Storm is not needed, let me tell you. But it is a double kill nonetheless for FBZ, and it is starting to look kind of bad for Fnatic, as this is going to be a tier 1 tower down and 2 dead on their side.
Yep, they're slowly losing map control. They're not really fighting farm. The only way that they have to set up pickoffs is the Pilot Eye Bane. This is the one situation. Ooh, Envy.
Good burrow. First strike is still in trouble. Kinetic field vacuum into Roche out of the kinetic field. DJ's going to come over, root up the Darkseer, still taking plenty of damage. He's going to try to get to the Sky Rune. He gets it. Now the burst strike again, keeping him alive. He's got wand charges. There's the Song. They'll try to set this up. They might get this kill. The Shrine, he gets it off, but it won't be enough. Here comes the Wukong's command, though. And Song was used, but they might be able to get out. They're going to try to turn on the Universe. He does have the Dark Rift, but it's too little too late. He'll get killed. Dreamcell gets to make a kill spree. Burrow strike on the other side of the Fiend script. They're going to find this kill into Yokum. Envy gets a double. It's a pretty big fight. 2-for-1 trade, but Dreamcell is still going to chase. He's got his Primal Spring. It'll hit up onto Envy. Good Nightmare, though, from Pilot Eye, but here comes FBZ. The call down. Envy will go for the TP, and he might be able to make it out. The Boundless Strike comes in. They take the Nightmare away from Dreamcell, and he's able to get off the stun. That is nicely done there, and getting a big kill onto Envy in the meantime.
I think that overall exchange still worked out okay for Fnatic. It was a 2-for-2. They lost 2 cores. They got the Darkseer and the Sand King. But anything to buy more farming time for Abed. He's even gone for like the greediest possible build, maxing split shot and Mystic Snake. No points in the Stone Gaze. But they just need to get this Dusa fat. But
yeah,
I don't know how they're gonna. I just don't know how they're going to keep the lanes pushed out. This is the one situation that I was talking about earlier, Mott, with the like you pick the Underlord, but then you don't have the appropriate amounts of catch from your supports, and so your whole lineup just kind of falls flat on its face because you can't threaten for pickoffs at all. Like I think Boom can feel quite confident pushing every single lane because there's just not really any way that they can get caught. Maybe Pilot Eye can pop a smoke and find a really nice angle to get a Fiend's Grip off, but other than that, they're all pretty safe.
And that's the dangerous thing. It means that this Monkey King continues to get out of control, this Gyrocopter even. I mean, look at this Monkey King, where he's positioned. He's pretty much at the rest of these. You know, he's at the tier 2 tower. He's near the rest of Fnatic. He's actually, like, almost right on top of this board. He might get caught. They Quelling Blade him down. Can they get the kill, though? The rest of them are behind. Dream Cell is actually going to stay alive. They glimpse back in Static Storm onto Pylite Eye. Even when they have complete and utter vision of Dream Cell and they cut his tree down, the rest of Boom ID are ready to fight and just bait him, and they find a kill out of it.
Joking kind of low. Looks like he's going to get brought down.
Universe gets his Firestorm. And Dream Cell continues to work on this tier 2 tower. Battle Fury. Item flying out right now, which be a Shadow Blade. So he's pretty farmed.
Yeah, I mean, he is relatively squishy, but whether or not that's actually going to matter is the question. He's been playing very well so far, 6-0-1. Really doing a good job of picking his spots, waiting until some of the burst damage is being used, and just continuing to farm up.
5K lead at 17 minutes into the game. Good news for Fnatic, like we talked about in the draft, late game potential is pretty significant. Abed, he needs a lot more time, obviously, but we can keep talking about him. Necro 3 done for Lycan, or Necro 1, excuse me. He's actually got enough money for Necro 2, but not quite to Necro 3 yet. So we'll see what that can accomplish.
Excellent.
I don't know. I mean, it's just, I guess Boom ID just keep putting the pressure on.
Yeah, that's kind of their only option, really. I mean, they can wait around for an item or two here or there, but worth it to just keep on trying to find kills, keep on pressuring, try and take out these tier 2s. Taking the tier 2s is going to be the real challenge, I suppose, though I think they still have the team fight power to be able to do it. They just have to make the right rotations. It's a little bit concerning that they don't have any vision over the dire jungle at the moment, so once they get some observer wards like back in stock, I'd like to see them go and make a play over there. They're very close to the Sand King Bling. Jokum's just about to grab that for himself. So that will probably be another timing for them to go and make something happen.
Then Lucas and DJ walk around the corner awkwardly and meet each other and just say, oh, hey, pass each other by.
Friendly wave. Yeah.
DJ literally warded after he did that, which is pretty funny. Don't mind me, I have this ward. I'm just going to go place it down real quick.
Alright, they see the Deuce of farming on the shrine, but Abed is still relatively squishy at this stage of the game. And it still looks like they're actually going to head down bottom, or no? Which way is the smoke going? They haven't decided.
They don't know yet.
Boom knows that there's heroes bottom, so they know that the Deuce isn't actually being defended right now.
Pylite Eye's Quelling Blading. He knows that Boom's down here, but there they go. Static Storm at the center. Abed loses all of his mana and loses his life along with it, and they immediately will transition this into a tier 2 push. Dream Cell is still getting chased down. They're going to pop the song, though. Shadow Blade on a Dream Cell. They've got the homing missile on the DJ here. Fires from the Pit of Malice, and Envy pops the Shapeshift. This could be good. Swims back, though, and now he's out of the fight. Burrow onto 2. There's the Boundless Strike. This is a problem. Kinetic Field hits up at the DJ. No, he actually will get out of it and stay alive for now. Need to be careful here for Boom ID. They want to keep going. Envy's still in the base. They're pushing DJ all the way back, and they're going to start focusing on this tower. In fact, FBZ gets the kill. He runs into the tier 3 tower. He's going to get ensnared. He gets the Naga, but he might be losing his own life here. Pit of Malice comes in. Into the Burrow Strike. They can't find it. They're going to lose FBZ. Very big kill. Envy comes in, and Universe secures it. Dominating spree now taken away, and now Jokum on the run, but Dream Cell's nearby. It doesn't look like Fnatic wanted to run too much further as they lose their tier 2 tower.
I mean, the ensuing fight turned out okay for Fnatic. They got the
back into Burrow, pretty nice, and Pylite Eye is dead again.
They got the gyro for the Naga. I guess they lose their other support there as well. Naga almost has a meteor hammer. It does quite a lot of damage for like its cost. The amount of magical damage that it does is comparable to like a Dagon 4. So it is going to be very important for them if they can land the combo just right, where they like stop the song, the meteor hammer hits, they've got the firestorm on there, the Pit of Malice is also down. I think anybody who gets hit by that is actually dead, but it's just a question of whether or not they can actually execute on that
problem. Jokum has done a great job being the kind of combo breaker for fights too.
Yeah, Gyrocopter might get caught here. 4 seconds on the
I think he's just going to die here. Oh. They have some heroes coming in. They will glimpse back Twilight Die to stop the grip, but this is a lot of damage coming in. Now the question is, how much do they lose here, if anything? Static Storm, great backing combination, but where's the damage coming from? There's the Balance Strike finally coming through, but they're pretty tanky. And in fact, they're going to turn this round potentially. The Epicenter's not going to really do much. They've already lost 2. Can Dream of Cell turn this? Envy's already backed himself away. They're going to Dark Rift out. They will lose nobody for that fight. Fnatic, nicely done. They're going to make it away. They will leave DJ, but he's going to TP out. But still, they get 2 kills there, Fnatic, and game is still hanging in the balance for now.
That was a really nice move from Fnatic. It was really close because they only just barely managed to sneak up to the gyrocopter while the rest of his team was moving into position to back him up. But they're now coming in. Pi gonna get vacuumed back. Gets the Nightmare off, but he's dead.
So you saw the wall drop down, the vacuum, the Static Storm not really do that much damage. Universe with the pipe actually doing pretty decent work keeping Fnatic alive, and that's a big issue. If you don't have Dream of Cell at the fight, or even the gyrocopter for that matter, you're really missing out on being able to get some of these kills, I feel like, for Boom ID.
Yeah, and with Dream of Cell's build, it's actually a little bit hard for him to commit like right into the middle of the fight, which I think is why we saw him hesitate there. He threw out the Boundless Strike, but then wasn't really sure if he could find a good opportunity to get off the Wukong's commands. I think he was also just hesitant about the Song of the Siren potentially coming out. As I say that, Song of the Siren.
Yep. Sand King, you gotta channel this. He will get hit up with the Meteor Hammer, which was perfectly timed, and they will get the kill. That has been used.
Yeah, so it looks like... So I thought that the way that you would have to run the Meteor Hammer combo with... Oh, hold that thought. Comes back up high. Yeah, he did.
Should be dead. Anyways, you were saying about...
Yeah, oh yeah, I thought that the way that you have to run the combo would be like wait until your Song of the Siren is about to run out by itself and then channel the Meteor Hammer and time it, but it looks like because of the landing delay being 0.5 seconds, there's actually enough time for your Meteor Hammer to go off and then for you to just cancel Song of the Siren manually, which makes that 10 times, like that's a million times easier than having to look at your little buff on your buff bar and just then like, oh, is this exactly 2.5 seconds now, like, or 3 seconds now? So there you go. That's certainly helpful for Fnatic here. It means that combo is actually pretty reliable, and if they get a good sleep, they can find a 2 or 3 man stun off of that. Nobody on Boom has bought a BKB just yet, and Monkey King actually opting for the Lincoln Sphere instead of a BKB, which I don't know if I'm a huge fan of. I guess he's just thinking, okay, the way that I die is mostly just getting Fiend's Grip, but I also see a situation where he gets Meteor Hammered, or he gets like he gets caught in the Pit of Malice and just dies that way. Oh, well, there's that Lincoln's
Pit of Malice, wall into 2, Envy getting low. From command Jay has no song, but they won't find anything with this. Maybe not.
Never mind, Joker's here.
They will. There's the Static Storm. Forced out though. Abed comes back in, but he's going to use his Stone Gaze. DJ getting chased down through himself. Trying to find at least anybody, but there goes the Song of the Siren and the Dark Rift. And Boom can't find anything off the back of that flight, which is actually pretty surprising considering how well they were doing there for a moment.
Yeah, lots of spells committed on both sides, but no song notably, and the Fiend's Grip also getting immediately wasted. Still reasonable ways to hold the high ground. Boom do not have the best high ground sieging lineup, which is the one kind of saving grace for Fnatic in this situation, as they just continue to build up auras on the Underlord and get stronger and stronger all the while on the Medusa. I mean, I've been looking pretty decent in terms of net worth at this stage. DJ.
Surviving, they have a glimpse back. There's the burst strike. They get that kill, and it's back into the base for Fnatic they go. They will glimpse Pilot Eye. He's probably dead too. Double kill for Dream of Cell. Let's see, can they do anything with this? They have Aegis still.
Yeah, surely they can at this point.
He does so much damage.
Even if they have to switch lanes, they could just switch to top right now if they really wanted to. But, alright, well, the two-pronged attack. Darkseer with his stolen catapult, and Monkey King and Gyrocopter working the mid lane.
It's an actually insane amount of damage Dream of Cell does. He's doing some serious work in his buildings. They're going to get a full set of racks, by the way. Fnatic are actually about to get dropped down to the losers bracket in round 1 against Boom ID. And Boom has played a fantastic series. Well, fantastic 2 games, games 2 and 3. They've looked very strong here in this 3rd game, especially with Dreamcell having a pretty ridiculous early game. And just them finding plenty of pickoffs and kills. They will get 2 sets of racks, and Fnatic are just about to get caught with a Wukong's command, along with a Boundless Strike. Envy's going to get caught in vacuum. Team will survive. Hit of Malice keeping surviving, but of course they have to come back. The Static Storm, oh my god, it just caught in the kinetic field as well. Song of the Siren and Stone Gaze will go at the same time. Monkey King has Aegis for another 54 seconds, and now all these ultimates are down. Envy is buyback, but no Shapeshift, and it's down to bottom they go for Boom ID. Boundless Strike hurting out of Underlord, doing some damage. The Lycan will buy back. They're going to pit him out through Dreamcell. He still has his Aegis for another 40 seconds. Fnatic's still looking to fight this. They've got the Ensnare into him. The Meteor Hammer will come through as well. This might be the Aegis gone, and it will be. Now, what can they do? Glimpse will come out.
Might be able to grip him.
There. They break the Lincoln Sphere. He might be able to get away. Boundless Strike comes out, blows away a lot of those creeps, including the Wolves. And I don't think they're going to go any further if you're Boom ID. They're going to do too many crazy things here. They might just back up and look like they're going to go for the Shrine. So, yeah. Wow. What a, 5-minute span there.
Yeah, Boom ID did so well of, they took that fight top, a bunch of spells were used, they came and prodded at top lane, and then they all backed off, and then Fnatic decided, shit, we still need to keep on farming, let's try and push out of our base and over to the tri-camp area, and then they just lost both of their supports, and it turns out that without their supports, they just don't have any setup, don't really have a whole lot of teamfight control. DJ probably kicking himself a little bit for using the song up top. I think he may have survived with the Underlord ulti, even without the song, but he just had no idea what the duration remaining was on the on the Underlord ulti before it kicked in. So that's made life really hard. They still have a Medusa. They can still potentially win this in a super late game scenario, but they're now down 19k and just getting manhandled in team fights.
Yeah. It's going to be difficult. We haven't really talked about FBZ. I've specifically talked about Dreamcell numerous times about FBZ, and now it's BKB, is an SMY, is working on a Butterfly, which also Monkey King is. He's actually going to have the Butterfly done. Now he's working on a BKB of his own. It really just is one more fight away from a win, especially if they kill the Lycan. Essentially, the game probably just ends, I think, at that point. They don't have that much damage through Abed yet. He's pretty farmed. I don't know if he's farmed enough against some of these heroes, so they just need to get this last set of racks, and Boom ID will punch their ticket to the next round against TNC. But it's not over yet. They're going to jump in vacuum wall. Burrow strike on the 4 Static Storm coming to Wukong's command, and they will lose 2. They'll lose 3. They will lose 4. What a fight. What an initiation. What a bang, and what a finish for Boom ID. And they will, in fact, move on to play against TNC in just a few minutes. What a beautiful combination.
Man, they have a knack for ending these games on just the sick team fight combinations. Very nicely done by Boom ID. I do feel like if I'm TNC and I'm watching this game, I'm trying to ban out or figure out some way to deal with Dreamcell, because I think he is really the star player out of these last 2 games